What's up guys, Mullet Reaver here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are going to be talking about the final Damage Against the Clan Boss world record. A couple things you're going to notice real quick about the screenshot behind me. One is it is not mine, it is that man in the corner, that is Victor Tez. He scored this just today, it'd be December 3rd, 2022 if you're watching this later. And the second thing you're going to notice, it is no longer the normal Infinity comp that we are used to. You can see that he has changed it up to a W Mecho team, which is absolutely crazy. You can see Corpulent Cadaver here, putting up 2 billion damage all on his own, and a final record of 2.147 billion damage. Now that number is pretty significant, and one of the reasons why we are saying it is the final world record, and I'll explain that in just a second. But first off, congratulations, Victor. This is a huge achievement, and I'm pretty proud to be involved in the process of pushing it to this one. Granted, getting it that quick, that fast is pretty crazy. So congratulations, man. Enjoy the crown. The record is yours. There's not a damn thing I can do about it at this point. So now let's talk about the team itself. So the W Mecho team concept in itself is not a new one. What it actually does is Yumeko's A3, so she's able to reset cooldowns of all her allies by 3 turns. So the nice thing about this is the fact that that skill can actually be reset by other champions that can reset skills. So Yumeko can reset herself, Kymar can reset hers as well, things like that. So having 2 Yumekos in a team when properly speed-tuned means they can constantly reset each other, and then reduce the cooldowns of everybody else on the team. And in that case, on this team, it means Brogni can constantly A2, which is exactly what you want him to do. Krisk can constantly A3, which is going to keep all the buffs up all the time, because every time he takes a turn, he's going to do his his A2 and extend the buffs, which means they never fall off even when they have only 1 turn left. And then Corpulent Cadaver doesn't actually need anything other than his shield staying up, as he's just going to stay A1 the whole time. But that constant resetting of Brogni's A2 means that those shields just keep growing, and Corpulent Cadavers just keeps hitting harder and harder and harder, and it is able to put up this monumental score of over 2 billion damage. Everybody has been asking for that 2 billion damage score, and there it is, and it doesn't get any better than that. So as far as this team, it doesn't actually surprise me that this is the team that was able to do this. The W Mecho team is actually not necessarily a new concept for team building. It has actually been used in several other areas of the game that has created some pretty good teams and really been doing some work in other areas of the game. So I got a couple of screenshots just to show you some examples of where else they've been used. You can see here this is an Iron Twins team. You can see it's W Mecho with Geo, Demitha, and Coldheart. The point of this one is to constantly reset Demitha's block damage skills, so every time she gets a turn before the Iron Twins, she's putting up that block damage, keeps you unkillable, and allows you to clear. You can see 53 seconds, pretty darn good time for the Iron Twins. Next one we got here is Fire Knight, another great team. It's just constantly resetting Coldheart's A3, as well as Seer's Karma Burn, in order to just constantly continue to do damage to the Fire Knight. 46 seconds, pretty darn good run as well. Next one we have is Hydra Hard. Again, W Mecho, Krisk, Lydia, Duchess, and Trunda. The whole point of this one is for the Yumekos to constantly recycle Trunda's A2 ability, because especially in normal and hard, her A2 just pops heads left and right. You can see that Trunda did about 314 million damage all on her own with that. Also, I had this team on my to-do list as well. This is a conversation I had with another streamer, Educated Potato, very smart streamer. You can go check him out. He presented the idea of making this team as well, the 2 Yumekos, the Krisk, the Brogni, the Corpulent. Unfortunately, I just don't have 2 Yumekos, so I never got a chance to actually try it, so it never got past this conversation. But seeing that Victor was able to create that team and do such crazy damage with it is pretty impressive. It's a sight to see for sure. Now, the reason why this is the last Clan Boss update, it's not that I'm not going to continue to go for it. It's not that other people can't do the same thing and try to push it higher. It's the fact that that number, 2.14748 and change, is pretty significant on a coding standpoint. So what I mean by that is when they created the game, that number is an integer, basically a whole number, and that has a set size within the system that it's created. And that, I got a screenshot here for you as well. So that size of that integer has a limit. It's the same thing if you've ever seen videos of content creators with a ton of silver and it actually has a negative number. That means they've exceeded the integer value as well. So you can see for an integer, the maximum value that it can possibly have is 2,147,483,647, which looks an awful lot like that number, right? That's because he hit the maximum value that you can score based on the simple fact that the counter for the clan boss is an integer, which means you can't get any higher. You can get it faster, but you can't do more damage. It's only ever going to register that much. So the best we can do is tie. Nobody will ever beat this, barring Polarium recoding their game and increasing the data type of the counter, which they're not going to do. So that's it. Game over. Clan Boss has been beaten. There's nothing else we can do. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Congrats, Victor. It is truly awesome. Enjoy the crown. I guess I gotta figure out something else to focus on. Some new content to bring you. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like and subscribe button. All the YouTube-y stuff. We will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.